I'm 4-1 meteorologist Kim Adams. Well, not nearly the day we had yesterday. We have rain and falling temps. We'll talk about the chance for thunderstorms coming up.
The jury in the James Crumbley trial still behind closed doors at this hour, trying to reach a verdict. Paula.
The calendar doesn't say spring. Our brains know it's not spring, but take a look at these buds. They're saying it is spring. And there are things that you need to be doing to some of your flowering shrubs right now because these buds say it's time to get going.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. We're going to start things off first at 4 with our weather. Lots of rain, also the potential for storms in the next few hours. So let's bring in Kim Adams. She is here with what we need to know. Kim.
Well, we're not talking about severe weather. We're just talking about a couple thunderstorms. And right now it's just garden variety rain around Metro Detroit. But that can slow things down on the roads as there is some water in Northville, Farmington Hills, right along I-96 through Livonia, Westland, Dearborn getting some fairly heavy rain at this hour. And we'll continue to see that rain in Wixom, Milford, and also in West Bloomfield. So for the next several hours, expect the rain to continue at least until about 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and then things should start to quiet down a bit. Temperatures, wow, what a difference. 52 right now downtown and also at Metro Airport. It's only in the 40s up to the north in the Thumb. It is almost 20 degrees colder right now than it was at this same time yesterday. Gets even colder for part of the weekend. We'll talk about the chance for a rain-snow mix coming up.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Rain, snow. Whew. All right, let's get now to the ongoing jury deliberations in the James Crumbley trial. The father of the Oxford High School shooter is charged with involuntary manslaughter. The jury deliberated about an hour yesterday before returning this morning. Sean Lay joins us live from the Oakland County Courthouse in Pontiac. So, Sean, I understand the jury has a question for the judge.
First question of the day, and they are asking that question right now, however, not yet in open court. So here's what we've got. Let's see. I'm just keeping tabs on what's happening in Judge Matthews' courtroom 2C. So deliberating all day long, no questions, had lunch. We thought maybe would this jury come back after lunch. They did not. And getting closer to the 4 o'clock hour, we could hear one of the judicial assistants open the door to the jury room. We can't see it, but we can hear at times ask how much longer might you need, because you can imagine Judge Matthews might be thinking going to the 4 o'clock hour, or if they're close to a verdict, going past that 4, 5, 6, or 7. We don't know yet, but at that time, right before coming on the air, Karen, the jury did come back with a question. We don't know yet what the question is. What happens is the prosecutor, Karen McDonald, and her lead prosecutor, Mark Keast, went back to the jury room, and so did Mariel Lehman, the defense attorney for James Crumbley. They went back to the jury room, probably talking over what this question may be before they discuss it in open court. The entire prosecution team, some of their witnesses in law enforcement also went back to that room to talk about it. But right now, nothing yet as far as what the question may be, nothing yet on how close this jury may be. As you mentioned, they started 8:30 this morning after getting about 1 hour in yesterday, went all the way now to the 4 o'clock hour. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go back in, see what this question is. Maybe that will give us a sense on how close this jury may be. Karen.
Are you able to set the scene? I know a lot of people are waiting. Do they just wait in the halls? I know typically they give you about a 15-minute notice if there's a verdict?
What happens in the Jennifer Crumbley trial is they had a verdict, and about 12 to 15 minutes, everyone was assembled, and that verdict was read right away. Here, upstairs on the second floor, right around the corner, and down the hall is courtroom 2C, where all this is happening. It's all media from up and down the hallway. So many cameras, so many media members, and media members in the room, the courtroom as well. So we don't have right now family members or others rushing back to the courtroom because there's no word of a verdict.
Okay.
But lots of media from all over the place.
The nation is watching this one, obviously. All right, Sean, we'll let you continue that waiting game, see if we can find out information about that question. We'll check back with you at 5 or sooner.
Paula Tutman is telling us the question was asked and answered without coming back into court. The judge is contemplating staying later today than usual. So I'll say that again. Question asked and answered behind closed doors for the jury. The judge says she is contemplating staying later today than usual, an indication that they may stay later than 4:30.
Okay.
Maybe. So let's
All
get back in there and find out.
The waiting
Thanks,
game
Karen.
continues. All right, Sean Lay live at the Oakland County Courthouse. Now, a man from Warren is facing federal hate crime charges over messages spray painted in Macomb County, and this happened back in 2021. The FBI says David Bloor put swastikas along with the word die on the predominantly black Greater New Life Church over in Roseville. He then went to Crumbley Park in Warren and defaced a public bathroom with a racist slur. If convicted, he faces up to a year in prison for each offense. President Biden making a campaign stop in mid-Michigan today. The White House isn't giving specifics, but we do know the president planned to fly into MBS International Airport in Freeland and then would be stopping somewhere in Saginaw County. It's an area that happens to be home to lots of union-affiliated voters. Biden is endorsed by the UAW, President Shawn Fain, and visited workers at a local UAW hall last month, if you recall. Today's visit is part of a two-day, two-state swing through Michigan and Wisconsin. The highest-ranking Jewish elected official in America is calling for new elections in Israel. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer saying today he believes Benjamin Netanyahu is not acting in Israel's best interest by rejecting the idea of Palestinian sovereignty. Here's part of what Schumer said and the response from his counterpart, Senator McConnell.
I believe a new election is the only way to allow for a healthy and open decision-making process about the future of Israel, at a time when so many Israelis have lost their confidence in the vision and direction of their government.
To call for the removal of a democratically elected leader of Israel. This is unprecedented. We should not treat fellow democracies this way at all.
Meantime, the U.S. Air Force putting out this new video of personnel on a C-17 aircraft dropping pallets of food supplies into northern Gaza. Humanitarian groups actually say it would be safer, more effective to bring in that food by truck, but there's a big bottleneck of trucks trying to cross into Gaza. The United Nations says Israel is not letting enough of them in, a claim Israel denies. Okay, so earlier this week, Help Me Hang told the story of Erilyn McCullough. She lives over in Oak Park and depends on life-saving drugs to keep her body from rejecting an organ transplant. But she and many others are unable to get those drugs due to a cyber attack disrupting health insurance payments. Hank found a solution for Erilyn, but these cyber attacks keep happening, and they affect a lot of people. Now, we are learning something is being done at the federal level to address the problem.
The Department of Health and Human Services is going to put Change Healthcare on the operating table.
The system is fragile to fraud and computer hacking, and that's what happened in this case.
Last month, Change Healthcare was hit with what the American Hospital Association calls, quote, the most significant and consequential cyber attack on the U.S. healthcare system in American history.
It shows how vulnerable our whole system is and how dependent we are on the internet.
The insurance billing firm is involved in roughly 1/3 of U.S. patient records, and the HHS will investigate into whether Change Healthcare properly protected their data in compliance with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act.
If you're looking at a copay discount card, you're probably not going to be able to use that at this point in time until the system is fixed.
The hack has disrupted medical payments from insurance companies to health providers over the past few weeks, and that's leaving some clinics strapped for cash.
It's very disheartening because we want to deliver the medications to our patients that we serve.
A spokesperson for Change Healthcare and its parent company, United Health Group, says it will cooperate with the HHS investigation.
Officials at Change Healthcare say the criminal group Black Cat is responsible for that hack. The Justice Department has previously said Black Cat has been involved in other ransomware attacks worldwide. Well, here is something you never heard us say this time of year in Michigan. It's time to get outside and start pruning. Paula Tutman takes us to Pontiac for a task most people don't expect to be doing before we even reach St. Patrick's Day. Paula?
You know, this is going to sound totally crazy. I know it is, because when you look at your calendar, we're in mid-March. And believe it or not, I am going to tell you, it is time to actually start pruning. Yes, pruning your flowering shrubs. Today, the season's first pansies arrived at Gardner Walsh Garden and Home in Pontiac. Spring has sprung. And our favorite garden guy, Tim Travis, says, guess what? It is time to pull out those pruners. For as long as you can remember, have we ever had to talk about pruning flowering shrubs in mid-March?
No, this is crazy.
Flowering shrubs have already gotten the wake-up alarm. The ground is warming, buds are poking through, they're hungry. So job one, feed them light granular fertilizer.
It's almost late spring for them in their minds, in the plant mind. So they say, we got to grow. We're ready to grow right now.
Next, use the warmer weather to make hay with your grasses.
So one thing, a lot of people have their grasses and they look like this right now because they didn't prune them in the fall, which is fine to do that. But it's critical that you start pruning them now because you have to cut them back here because very soon they're going to start growing. And if you wait too long, if you try to cut the grass back with all the old grass around it, you end up cutting all the new growth.
Tim says the early warm-up is a gift to hydrangeas.
So you want to prune right above where the new growth is coming out. And imagine trying to do this if these are already growing. You just can't get in there. So this is a great time to do it. You can see what you're doing.
If you have dried dead heads from last season, cut or break them off at the top buds you see.
This is the flower, and the first bud is way down here. So I would prune it down here. This is not going to grow into anything anyway.
And if you have roses, prune away from the crown.
Let's prune above this bud. And what that's going to do, it's going to encourage that growth to grow away from the crown of the plant.
And before those thorns get bigger and sharper and prior to roses spreading, grab the gauntlet gloves and get busy.
At this point, the ground is so warm that even if we get a cold snap, it's not going to hurt the plant to prune.
Keep in mind, spring is still not officially here, at least on the human calendar, but in terms of the plant calendar, it is already spring and they're ready to get going. Paula Tutman, Local 4.